Hey Solar Girls! Today we are going to continue working on our design thinking project. This project, remember, is to kind of help your morning routine along to make you have a good day. And you were doing this for somebody else. Unless you're at home and you had nobody else around you, then you're doing it for yourself, and that is fine. So last week we did the empathize, we did define and ideate part of our design thinking challenge. We thought about our problem, defined the problem, and brainstormed solutions. And then I believe you should have started drawing your prototype out. Now, if your prototype is already drawn, make sure you have labels. So you want it to know what, so when someone's looking at your prototype to give you feedback, they can look at each piece of your prototype and know exactly what that part does. If you have a button, that button needs to be labeled about what it does. If you have a lever, if you have a hole, why is that hole there? Everything on your prototype should have a purpose and should be clearly labeled for anyone to look at it and understand. After you have it drawn and labeled, you are going to share your prototype sketches with somebody else, and they're going to give you feedback. When you're giving feedback, remember we're being critical with our feedback, but we are being kind. We want to use the words I like, I wish, and I wonder. And you want to give them something that's specific. If you just tell them you don't like it, or you just tell them, oh, it should be pink instead, that doesn't help them. Give them something specific to work on. Like, I wonder if this button actually has a purpose. Or maybe you should have this go up a little higher so it's easier for the person to reach. I'm not sure what your project is, so I can't give you that many examples on specific feedback, but you know what I'm saying. We've practiced this before in class, and this is if you're not new to solar, you've been with me in Makerspace for a few years, and we have practiced feedback and being specific. So you should know how to do this. After you get your feedback from at least 3 different people, if possible. So if you're at home, is there anybody at your house that can look over your sketch and help give you feedback? After you get your feedback, then you're going to look through your feedback and make changes if you need to. Feedback is simply feedback. It is just a suggestion from your peers. You can take what they give you and you can modify your prototype, or if you don't agree with your feedback, that's fine. You don't have to make the changes. Then after you do your drawing, you've done your feedback, then it's time to start building your prototype. Okay, for building today, we're not going to use Tinkercad yet. We are going to 3D print this, but when you 3D print something, you use filament. And filament can cost money, and we don't want to waste anything or any of our money, right? So you're going to build it using materials you can find around your house or around your classroom. Make sure you follow your plan. Your prototype sketch is your plan. Whatever you build should look very similar, if not identical, to what you drew. Because you're going to get feedback again on your building, and when they give you feedback, they're going to look at your plans and what you built to see if you followed them, if you went the same way. Sometimes when we start building, we get carried away, and then we lose focus on what we're doing. So follow your plan. All right, have fun building. Bye, Solar Girls.